Tulip, can you come down here, please? Tulip? Tulip!
What's up, guys? This is Jimmy Retro, and it's Monday, August 5th, about early in the morning. I just watched Infinity Train on the Cartoon Network website, although unfortunately it was just the first part episode, and due to Cartoon Network removing their live stream feed from their website, I'm apparently stuck until 7:45 tonight to watch the second part. But enough about that. So what you need to know for watching this, well, if you see up above, Infinity Train was a pilot episode created by Owen Dennis, which he thought of a concept when he was on a plane, and he started thinking about an idea of how would a person react if they boarded a train but there was no stop. It just went on for infinity. Well, originally it was a plane, but he changed it to a train because with planes you can only do so much. And also because he just loved trains. However, despite what everyone thought that was gonna be the case, it has no connection to the episode in Adventure Time where Finn and Jake access a dungeon train, and it was infinite as well. The moment Owen Dennis heard about that, he just lost it. He didn't know, he didn't realize it till that time. So he made a lot of more things to make their art style stand out. And over the past couple of years, ever since the episode came out, pilot short, many fans were clamoring for it to be greenlit, and they started fan petitions to spread the word, and videos started popping out to see whether Cartoon Network either shoved it down a drain or if it would be picked up by other networks. But now people can rest easily because it has been greenlit and picked up by Cartoon Network to start airing today, after a really long wait between teaser and final product. However, between the pilot episode and the network's approval to the final version, there's been a bunch of design changes, most notably around Tulip and the environment itself. As you can see up the image on the screen, two images up above had the 2016 pilot episode, and the two images down below show the 2019 modified pilot episode. I think it's the beach car or something, somewhere along that line. Well, as you can see, there's been a bunch of changes around effects, as you could see. However, the most changed design was focused on Tulip. As you can probably see, the most notable changes are her head, everything from the neck up. I mean, her glasses were huge and circular, so were her eyes. Her head was in a somewhat disfigured shape. And she's trying to fight a monster, which itself has its own changes. As you can see, in the pilot episode, she fought the monster on the side of a beach. Whereas in the new one, I think it's, I don't know, sunset or inside of a castle or something. Hard to tell. And also, as you can see on her current design, her head has been totally redesigned. I mean, she has more realistic glasses and eyes and head. Her hair flows a little bit more realistically. And her skin's a bit more colorful or something like that. But yeah. And you can see with the Corgi King, I mean, they kind of redesigned it to make him look smaller and skinnier. But yeah, that's only on the surface. There's gonna be a lot more changes once we get the revised version of the pilot episode on the air. Until that happens, let me tell you what happens in episode 1 and how it all connects. Now I will take the time to warn you that yes, there are spoilers in this one. So if you haven't watched it, you can watch the episode right now on the Cartoon Network website or on the app on your Androids and iPhones and all that. And you can see whether it's worth it be of being a successor to Adventure Time, or it still has some kinks to work out. Alright, let's begin. Okay, so the first episode is titled The Grid Car, as it's named after the car that Tulip spends her time in. So the episode opens up and it's around Thanksgiving time by Wisconsin, somewhere outside the reaches of Madison or some other major city over there. Well, story focuses on a girl named Tulip, and we find out that she has a bit of a unhappy lifestyle, to say the least. I mean, her parents are divorced. She is on estranged terms with her mother. Yet she has ambitious goals, like she wants to be a game designer, as you can see by her stuff on the room. Like, she tries coding. She wants to go to this camp, but her father canceled at the last minute because he kind of switched the dates. Typical cliche. Like, as usual, her relationship always sours from there. And here's the part that kind of surprised me. Like, well, not necessarily, but she decides to still go, but on foot, 300 miles away to Oshkosh? Yeah, Oshkosh game design camp. Somewhere, I don't know, Eastern Seaboard, Midwest, West Coast, somewhere. However, along the way, she passes by these somewhat ghostly phantom train tracks, where she believes it to be a stroke of luck, as the train says Oshkosh on its head design. Well, headboard. She gets on, and immediately a light blinds her, and she thinks she was sleeping on the ground as she woke up in what appears to be the field that she ran in, only to find out that after encountering a couple of odd things, like a robot which can talk and looks really similar to those orbs that Peridot was having when she was evil back in Steven Universe, who is bipolar, as there was one side that is happy and one side that is sad, who is named 1-1, mainly due to the sides, obviously. She finds out she was actually in the train, and notably, she starts to have the time of her life inside this car that's similar to Minecraft and old NES games. This is a clip from the first episode. Shows her having the time of her life and all that. When she starts building stuff like that will probably make players reminisce of the old Minecraft days. Blocks and blocks of amazing stuff you get to build. I mean, for starters, you can get Like, you see her build castles and stuff like that. And one builds as well, and she just starts playing around until she removes her glove to hit a tile on the ceiling. And that's where we get the all too familiar glowing right hand that has a number on it. And there's a bunch of theories that are going in my mind as to what that means. One, could it be the number of train cars that she has to pass in order to get home? Or another obscure one, could it be something related to her relationships with her parents? I mean, because in the beginning of the show episode, she's going to be pretty mad when she comes to reference her parents and a divorce and how they're failures and stuff like that. But then that could be normal processing inside of a kid's mind, or maybe this could be the number of days she has before she's trapped in there forever, or could be years or something that gives chase to that thing. So yeah, as you saw by the small clip, she was in there. She does go to the wasteland that the train stops at. However, she doesn't stand there all alone. She has one by her side, and a bunch of man-eating scarab, cicada, bull, whip type of animals that fly, chasing after her as she hurries back to the train. And as such, she makes it a goal to get off the train just before anything and worse happens. And she asks for a conductor, which one responds that he is probably at the engine. So she resolves to go there, and that's where the episode ends. And so my impressions on the first episode was, it was okay, but it can do better. I mean, it got better the later the episode progressed. I mean, we got the setting, we got the gist of how she got there, and her relationships with her family have pretty much soured at this point. She can easily be foul-tempered at times. And I like it that Cartoon Network kind of got a more mature show to begin with, over the likes of OKKO and Teen Titans Go and all those horrid ones. As Steven Universe is on hiatus and Adventure Time just ended a couple months ago. So yeah, animation looks good, the plot is really good. I mean, the humor is really cool due to the fact that one is the one with the humor. I mean, he even hummed the Benny Hill Show theme when the man-eating bug things were chasing them back to the train. But overall, it was a good episode. I mean, it's not the best pilot episode, but the show is starting to unfold. So, plus, Owen Dennis himself wrote almost the entire show's plot by now. But here's what strikes me: is it a show or a mini-series? I mean, we got vague wording by him and Cartoon Network and all that. And we really look forward to see how they respond to that. But, yeah. Until then, guess we just wait. You thought I was going to say my usual ending routine, huh? No. There's 2 episodes coming out today, so yeah, I give this about a 85 out of 100 on the Retrometer. I mean, it's a good episode of a good plot. You can certainly live up to the hype. Just don't expect everything as the teaser intended, because, well, for starters, You don't see that clip, some of the clips from the teaser onto the show itself, but then again, it's just beginning. You might see them in the future or something like that. And who knows? Might get something new. We can only hope for good things as the show progresses on to Friday Night Event. So, I'll see you guys in 12 hours? Well, it's 8 o'clock and I just finished watching episode 2, which was The Beach Car. And well, it doesn't really start at a beach, it starts with a montage of so many hilarious yet epic fails that Tulip and her new robot friend, 1-1, are going through. Like, they went through, I don't know, a dark car, a crossword car, I don't know what else. I mean, it's only recent. I mean, there were 3 cars involved. However, she still can't get that glowing hand number to do anything, so they decided to take a breather on the beach at a beach car, which has a resemblance to like an old coastline, like that looks like from the Mediterranean region or something. However, she starts talking more about her personal life, and the hand suddenly goes down by 1, making it 114. She starts freaking out, and 1-1 kind of deceives her, saying that should the number go to 0, she's done for. Makes her freak out even more, and as predictable as it sounds, she does more rash decisions, like without thinking. Just then she hears a cat who's like, let's just say a con artist. She's a con artist that's trying to manipulate this blob of water to sell some useless scraps of paper with holes punched in, thinking of them as donut holes. And well, Tulip kind of gives away all the beans of her situation and stuff like that. The cat takes an interest in 1-1, seeing it as valuable or of use to her. And, well, to say the least, she decides to forget about the water blob and focus on her and 1-1. She does a deal with her, saying that she'll get her off the train by speaking to the conductor if she gives her 1-1. And Tulip, ever so desperate, agrees. But first the cat makes her fix up her pod thingamabobber. And well, she does just that after trading in a daisy that she got from 1-1 as a form of a gift or something like that. And it fixes complete. In the meantime, for those really, really eagle-eyed fans, the number has dropped several times. When she was talking about her life with her father, it dropped to 113. When she was finished fixing the pod, it was 108. So that got me thinking on some theories, which I won't go until later to not hold back the plot. But yeah, so they eventually finish the deal. She goes off to the conductor, which she has to wait for about 2 to 3 weeks, because you do realize the train is really, really long. And okay, so as a brief recap, she makes it through a bunch of cars. Number doesn't go down. She ends up meeting a cat at a beach car. She talks more about herself and her relationships in the past. Her number drops down a couple times. And so, like I said, they do both make the deal. The cat makes off with 1-1 and takes off towards supposedly the conductor. Until Tulip has to wait 2 to 3 weeks. Yep, that train is really big, so However, she does experience some feelings of regret and remorse over having to give up 1-1 just to find a way out of the train. So she tries to focus on other stuff, like how she'll be able to get out of there and etc. However, the water blobs that appeared earlier in the story inadvertently convince her to go back to get him, because like the cat says, you gotta get the team or something. And so the blob decides to test it out on copies of himself until it finally gets the message that if she wants to get off the train, she's got to put everything out of the way and something like that. However, yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah. So she finally gets her resolve back after hearing the water blobs do their little advertising pitch. And she finally realizes what she did was wrong, and she she all out of desperation and stubbornness. So she gets her resolve back and tries to get 1-1 back before the cat makes away with him, possibly for her own nefarious schemes and stuff like that. She tries to tell the cat the deal is off, but the cat won't listen as she finally got her prize and proceeds to do some stuff to keep her away from it. And Tilla feels desperate, but she got a little hooked by the blobs, as for some reason they're able to run fast. And a couple of humorous chases and all that. She gets him back. She finally starts to gain back some humanity, I think? No. Morality? Something. She got something back, that's what I'm trying to say. And that got me thinking on other theories. So the number... So... yeah, that's how the episode ends. Like, she gets him back and they proceed to find a way to get her to get off the train. And the episode ends right there. So, yeah. Now we can go on to the theory part. Alright? Okay, so theory 1. Well, they all involve the number on her hand. So, yeah. Theory 1. The number represents like a distance of... not of the trains or countdown to her death or anything like that. Like the distance to her regaining her, well, something, her past self, probably something from the past or something like that. Evidence that supports my theory. 1, she opens up about herself to 1-1. And the blob when she was fixing up the cat's little pod racer, something like that. The number kind of decreases a bit, and whenever she does the opposite, the number increases. Or 2, the number could lead to, like, what could it be? The number could lead to, like, morals or something. No, the number could lead to something like she learns a new moral or another human value or something like that. Because in this episode she learns about the meaning of friendship and how to not act stubborn. Maybe. then again, that's just me. Or another theory could be basically what the sad one said. That if it goes down, she dies. Or the lower the number, the higher chance she gets on getting off the train. But then again, that's just me. So yeah, that was day 1. And we got the pilot episode and the beach car episode. So yeah, that was it. There'll be more of these videos to come later. On its own time, because scheduling conflicts, and I'm doing an unboxing of Endgame's 4K Steelbook Edition later on. So yeah. So yeah, I kind of have to give episode 2 a rating of 88 out of 100. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. Because, for one thing, the series starts to flesh out more. We start to get more and more options. There's some pretty well-placed humor around some parts. And the thing that kind of drags you down is that the fact that it's on a kids network and not on a more mature like network, like say Teen Nick or Adult Swim or something like that, because they really could have used the more less strict limitations of that. So for Tulip's outburst, but anyway, still a pretty good episode. It's one of the few cartoons that has a moral value at the end for some weird reason. But hey, it's Dennis's cartoon, not mine or anyone else's, so he calls the shots. But yeah, that basically concludes my day 1 video of Infinity Train and my in-depth analysis and all that. So yeah, that should do it. Stick around tomorrow for 2 videos. 1, day 2, and 2, the unboxing of Infinity War Steelbook Edition, which is probably gonna come out tomorrow, but then again, maybe wrong. So I kind of did so much things rushed, so yeah. Till then, I'll see you guys on the other side. Yeah, it's me again. Yeah, one last thing I forgot to mention. If you want to support the channel, please don't